Still sipping out of that Happy Holidays mug, keeping the Christmas vibes going. Hey guys, we got an Iherb haul to share with you all. Today's video is sponsored by Iherb. You guys were asking me if I would share with you my must-haves in terms of healthy snacks, pantry staples, and beverages that I order from Iherb. You guys know I shop there all the time, and I have several videos on skincare products that I buy and recommend from Iherb, so make sure you check those out. Iherb is consistent in terms of quality, and their customer service is top-notch. They offer 30,000 different natural products. They ship to 150 countries. And so I can find things that I like that are a little unusual, that are more challenging to source in stores. The last thing I want to do at the end of the day is like go driving around Houston and sitting in more Houston traffic to find some of my favorite snacks and staples. So I love that. The delivery is really expeditious. They have customer service 24/7 in 10 different languages. And all of their items ship from climate-controlled distribution centers, so you always get the freshest, you know, the best quality. Quality is guaranteed with Iherb, so that's why I continue to shop on there. And yeah, check my description box. I will list everything that I order if you guys are interested. One of the first things that I got, I actually stocked up on my favorite Natural Calm by Natural Vitality. Now this is something that you guys see me drink in my What I Eat in a Day videos, and you asked me a fair amount about it. It is a magnesium supplement, but I drink it largely for the taste. And I've tried different beverages like this, and this one is consistent in quality and taste, and I love it. And my mom loves it too, so I really stocked up for the both of us actually. But yeah, it's a magnesium supplement, so make sure that you check with your healthcare provider before consuming something like this. But I just have one serving a day, which is 2 teaspoons. You want to make sure you stick to the recommended serving size though. It could upset your stomach if you consume too much. So yeah, just 2 teaspoons, but it has a nice calming effect and can help you in transitioning to restful sleep at night. So it's great to dissolve in warm water. That's how it's intended to be consumed, in warm or hot water as a nighttime hot beverage. It's very soothing. Additionally, the magnesium is helpful if you have sore, achy muscles. You know, I used to get what's called Charlie horses from time to time. And since I've been drinking the Natural Calm, I find that I don't experience those. You know, they make a variety of different flavors. One of my favorites is actually the watermelon flavor. This is hard to, like, nearly impossible to find in stores, the watermelon flavor, but Iherb always carries it. So I got that, and then they also make another watermelon flavor, Calmful Mussels. This one's a little different and has bromelain added to it and beetroot. So it's more targeted to kind of muscle recovery. For someone like me, I'm a distance runner, so I find that this, I don't know, maybe it's all in my head. It kind of helps a little bit with my muscle recovery after a long run in terms of getting hydration. So I really like that. But like I said, talk to your healthcare provider about if it's right for you. The lemon flavor is also really good. All of these are sweetened with stevia, and they're not super sweet, but if you're looking for kind of that lemonade taste, I recommend either the sweet lemon flavor, or the one I got my mom that she really loves is actually the raspberry lemon flavor. This is really good. It's got like a little hint of berry burst with the lemony taste. So that's a good one, and my mom prefers that one. They also make an unflavored one, and then they make one that is cherry. That is really good. I enjoy this one. I travel from time to time. I'm gonna be traveling this spring for some meetings and whatnot for work, but they also make these little travel packets that you can take with you on the go. Really convenient. So yeah, Natural Vitality is the best brand in my opinion for one of these magnesium supplement drinks. There are a ton of different brands, but Natural Vitality is the best in my opinion. So yeah, those are some of my favorite flavors, and I love the little packets. A favorite staple of mine is pumpkin seeds. I just get the raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds, so I really enjoy those. I also love these jungle peanuts. It may sound odd, like how are these different from regular peanuts? To be honest, I don't really know, but they taste to me like those Candies Boston baked beans. And I love these. I actually want to try grinding these up in a food processor and making jungle nut butter. I think that'd be really good. I've heard it's good and they suggest doing that. But this brand Foods Alive is really a good brand, as is the Now Real Food brand. I find the quality of these to always be fantastic in the taste. Another nut that I have recently become a fan of, thanks to Iherb, is pili nuts by this brand Wilderness Poets. Pili nuts are kind of like a macadamia nut and a Brazil nut hybridized, I would say. That's kind of the taste that they get at. And they're really creamy. And a pro tip is to have one of these with a piece of fruit. It almost kind of gets at a berries and cream type experience. But with some healthy nuts in there. So yeah, I really love these, and honestly, I've never seen these in the store before. And so if it weren't for the herb, I wouldn't have them in my diet. For my pantry, I get all of my flours and things that I might choose to use for baking, usually seasonally. I do that more around Christmas time. I get all of that on the herb, but a pantry staple that I repurchase every time I run out from Iherb is the Bob's Red Mill oat bran. I love having this for breakfast, and it's so convenient. If you guys use instant oatmeal packets, try oat bran. It does the same thing where all you have to do is add boiling water. It offers that convenience factor, but it's a little more satisfying. It has 7 grams of protein per serving and is a much better value overall. You get this big bag and it'll last you a long time. I actually like to portion this out and add different dried fruits to each portion and maybe cinnamon. That way, when I'm in a hurry in the morning, I just dump it into a coffee mug and add boiling water, and I have an instant oatmeal that has, you know, maybe a nice fruity flavor to it if I've added some dried fruits. Most of us who follow a plant-based diet embrace nutritional yeast, although some people detest the taste of it, but I sprinkle it on everything. I just love the taste, and it offers a nice source of B vitamins in addition to the B12 supplement that I take. So I like, you know, it's kind of a nice thing for vegans to consume, but it has like a cheesy taste to it, umami taste. I put this on salads, on soups. I mix it into things. If you're gonna make like a creamy sauce, a vegan sauce, this is really good. Even if you're not vegan though, give this a try. You probably like it. Many of you have started consuming it after watching my videos and you love it. All right, you've seen in my recipe videos and my what I eat in a day videos how I like to add sea vegetables to foods as they're cooking to salt the water. You guys, if you all probably understand that salting foods will bring out their taste, try salting with sea vegetables. It elevates the flavor and culinary experience to a whole nother level and really adds an additional element of sophistication to your foods and in a very doable manner. You just add a little piece of this to the water of like a soup, and it will nicely salt the thing, whatever you're cooking, and then, you know, you can just remove it and it doesn't taste fishy or anything like that. It doesn't taste like a mouthful of ocean water. It's just a nicer way, in my opinion, to salt foods and to salt your cooking waters, including pasta. I recommend that. So I get my sea vegetables from Iherb, and I love that brand, Maine Coast Sea Vegetables. They have a variety of different other sea vegetables. Speaking of sea vegetables, you guys know I love my kelp noodles. I have some recipe videos showing how I prepare these, but they're actually pretty expensive in the store. They're a much better value on the herb. So I recommend them, getting them there. This brand Sea Tangle. This is actually the only brand I'm aware of kelp noodles. So yeah, get my kelp noodles on the herb. So I mentioned I like to do oat bran in the morning as a quick on-the-go breakfast, almost like an instant oatmeal, but sometimes you want a cold cereal or a granola. And I find it hard to find granolas that aren't just super sugary and that will sustain me and be a nice nourishing food. However, this brand, Julian Bakery, makes a vegan protein granola that is really good. It's kind of a vanilla flavor. It has pumpkin seeds in it. It has pea protein as a protein source. One serving has 12 grams of protein. This is really filling and is very satisfying. This is a fantastic breakfast. And if you love granolas, but you're not satisfied after you eat them, try this. It's really good. This brand makes a variety of other protein granolas, but they're not vegan. This one specifically is, and I have a hard time finding the vegan one in stores, but Iherb carries it. Speaking of protein, I also like to use a variety of different plant-based proteins, and sometimes I like making smoothies with different protein powders. I love using chia protein. This is just chia seeds ground up into a powder that you can add to smoothies and things that add protein. 2 tablespoons has 5 grams of protein, so you can add a few tablespoons. You can also use this as a vegan egg replacement, or in lieu of eggs. You just add some water and it makes a binder for baking. So this is really convenient. Speaking of protein, I also like to have soy-based proteins. I incorporate them into my diet pretty much on a daily basis, actually. And 2 soy-based proteins that I really enjoy using in my recipes. One is textured vegetable protein. This tastes like nothing. You have to season it. It's almost like a ground meat, but soy. And I like the Bob's Red Mill brand. It's called TVP. If you've ever had Bacos, that is basically TVP that they've added a bunch of salt and red dyes to, and liquid smoke flavor. So you can make your own Bacos with TVP if you wanted to. But yeah, I really like it. It's convenient. You can add it to soups and whatnot and make them a little bit more hearty. I love to make chili with this, so that's a staple for me. And edamame is another type of soy protein that I like to eat, and they have this edamame spaghetti that you can get on Iherb. This is something that is a lot more expensive, I find, in the stores than it is on Iherb. It is the Sea Point Farms brand. This is the only ingredient in this is edamame, and it's really fast to prepare. You just put some of these noodles into a cup and add boiling water. So this is almost like an instant cup of noodles effect, but only edamame, so you don't have all that added salt and whatnot. It's a much more plant-based, whole foods type of cup of noodles, but offers you that convenience of being very quick to prepare. All right, I eat a lot of beans, and I didn't actually get any legumes this time, but I actually buy most of my legumes on Iherb. I get the majority of them, but I did get these fava bean snacks that I really love by the brand California Gold Nutrition. This brand, you guys, is solid. Everything I've purchased that's California Gold Nutrition brand has been a top notch. These are just basically fava beans that are roasted, and they have a little bit of lemon chili flavor. They have some other flavors I haven't tried, but the chili lemon is really a good snack. So I like to have those on the go. And 1 serving has 7 grams of protein. So really good snack on the go. And another snack that I love, I mean, I can eat a whole bag of these, are the Karen's Naturals Just Peas. Yeah, I love peas. I love fresh peas, but I don't like them to be too mushy. These freeze-dried peas, though, are really sweet, and this sounds weird, but I love to have these in a bowl of soy milk with a little bit of cinnamon and stevia as a bowl of cereal. I know it sounds odd, but it tastes really good. Just try it. 1 serving has, again, 7 grams of protein. That seems to be the theme here. Iherb has a ton of great dried fruits that really hard to find, and when you do find them in the stores, they tend to be really expensive and the kind of thing you get a teeny tiny little bag of and you go through really fast. And something I go through really fast, but is an excellent value on Iherb, is mulberries. These are so good. I find they're kind of like a hybrid between a raisin and a fig. They kind of have that consistency, really good, sweet, and I love them in oatmeal. I love them straight out of the bag. That's honestly how I consume them the most. So those are great, and the Foods Alive brand is a good one. And then another California Gold Nutrition win is the pomegranate arils. I think I'm saying that right. These are basically freeze-dried pomegranate. So good. You can add this to smoothie bowls, again, oatmeal, oats, and also you can add it to savory things. These are great in spinach salads. Any savory food that features pomegranate, it's often popular to do that. Try these instead. They're a lot easier to get out. You just have to open the bag and there they are. And you can have them all year round as opposed to pomegranates being available seasonally. And they're really tart and sweet at the same time. So I love them. And pomegranates are a good source of antioxidants and a good food for glowing skin. I get a lot of spices and seasonings on Iherb, and one brand, or the main brand that I buy time and time again is Frontier Co-op. I cannot recommend more strongly the Frontier Co-op taco seasoning. This is so good. It's great in beans or sprinkled onto salads and things. It just gives that nice taco seasoning flavor, but there's no salt added to this. So it's a better alternative than those little packets of taco seasoning mix that you get in the store. Those can be quite a sodium blow, really high in salt. I also buy my stevia on Iherb, and stevia is a no-calorie sweetener. A stevia favorite of mine is the New Naturals brand, and their cocoa syrup is excellent. It is a chocolatey syrup that doesn't have any sugar. So if you are watching your sugars, but you're looking for kind of a chocolatey syrup, I recommend this. It's quite good. You can put it in a little soy milk and it makes like a nice chocolate milk or whatever milk, non-dairy milk of your choosing. And then lastly, I love my cognac noodles or shirataki noodles, however you want to call them. And they sell these on Iherb. And these are, again, super expensive in the grocery store, but on the herb, they are a fantastic value. And I have some recipe videos in my recipe playlist showing how I prepare these, but the longer they cook in like a slow cooker, the better they are. They have kind of a funky odor when you first take them out of the bag, but you just rinse them under some water and then you can put them in soups and stews. And they're a good source actually of prebiotic fiber. So there's some thought that can help your natural gut microflora. And this is a source of that. So yeah, that's everything that I got from the good old herb this time. Again, check the description box. I will list all of this stuff with links to Iherb. Thank you, Iherb, for sponsoring today's video. Comment below on what you guys buy as staples in your pantry and in your diet. I would love to know. I always love hearing about new foods and snacks. And you guys are a great resource. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.